Once you see how big the maze is, the maze of lies, all the rabbit holes that they put out in front of you. Once you see how everything is a rabbit hole, if it's not Bible, if it's not truth, if it's not faith alone and Jesus alone, everything else is a rabbit hole. Once you wake up to it, I don't care if it's what kind of industry it does. I don't care if it's Elon Musk. I don't care if it's Alex Jones. Listen, the New World Order has always been here. Every nation is connected through internet wires, Web 3, Internet 3. They're all connected. All these leaders, all these cultures are cults. The culture programming. And those of us who get saved, if you get saved, born again, you're booted out of the culture. You're booted out. You're aborted out of the culture. And that's why you start to get persecuted. Because you're in it, but you're not of it. You were lost. You were a hellbound sinner. You were blind. I once was blind, but now I see, right? You were blinded. At work, they got a lost and found closet. A lost and found closet. I once was lost, now I've found. Why is there a lost and found closet? Because people lose stuff, which it points to you're lost till you get born again. I once was lost, but now I'm found. You have got a system so deep of lies that the only way you're going to escape it is the Holy Spirit. There's no other way to escape it. The lies are so deep. The lies are so deep, it's not even funny. I had this guy with his high beams on, and I pulled over, let him go by. Had the flashers on just to try to get him away from him, but people don't care anymore. I mean, people are actually kind of crazy nowadays. I mean, really crazy. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Every nation is a culture. It's a cult. Why? Because in the flesh mind, you're under law. And those who are under law are under a curse. If you're in the flesh, you're under a curse. If you're born again, you're in the Spirit. Whether you're walking in the Spirit or not, it's on you. But if you're walking in the flesh, God is going to scourge you. So you will be scourged if you're His. Because His whole purpose, really, of this whole creation is to birth you in the natural, that you get birthed into the spiritual. So everything around you is repeating. Every day is just repeating the same. It's the same stuff. Every day is the same. And so it's designed to birth in the new creature. If you go enough cycles, you should be birthed to another level, to the next level. And you might say, well, I'm an adult now. Yeah, okay, so you got birthed, you were a child, you were a teenager, now you're adult. The birthing process does not stop when you hit 18 or 24 or 30 or 40 or 50. It just keeps happening. Because as long as you're down here, you're being birthed. That's what Mother Earth is. It's a repeat cycle program to birth you into the spirit mind more and more and more. Sanctification, that's what it is. That's what the sanctification process is. By His Word, by His Spirit, and by the cycles. You're actually in the Word. You can't get out of the Word. If Jesus is the Word and He spoke it all into existence, everything around you is a Word. Everything around you is from source. And its source never changes. So what changes? You change. Source never changes, but you change. Have you ever noticed when you went to church and you heard a sermon and different people were affected by different parts of the same sermon? Because they're at different levels. Some people get convicted of this, and some people get convicted of this, or some people grow in this, and some people grow in this, underneath the same sermon, the same message. Because source doesn't change. What changes is the human. The unsaved get worse. The saved get better. Not in their own strength, but by the Holy Spirit. If you're born again, you should grow in truth and grace. That's what Jesus did. He grew in truth and grace among men. And that's what you should be doing. Grace and truth. I studied the truth my whole life. But for me, the way I was brought up, it's hard for me to have grace. But I'm still learning. And it's also hard for me to have grace with myself, you know. I know, hello, somebody, that right there went to somebody. I don't know who needed to hear that, but they needed to hear that. You should, if God is giving you grace, why ain't you giving yourself grace? Why are you putting yourself back under guilt, shame, condemnation? Hello? Somebody needed to hear that one. But anyway, I forgot what I was talking about, but if I could put this on pause and go back, let me do that. Hold on one second. Okay, so the maze is what I was talking about. The maze is so deep. The devil's lies, the devil's tricks, the cultures, it's so deep that once you wake up to it and see how deep it is, it's going to boggle your mind that you even made it. It's only by the grace of God that you even got saved. When you really wake up to the fact that this whole system, the hive is already here. The flesh mind, look, the hive started in Genesis 3 and it culminates in Revelation 18. Tribulation. And Babylon has to fall. Notice that, you ask yourself, why is it when one stock goes up, the rest of the stocks go up? Because it's a hive. Why is it when you talk to one narcissist and the other narcissist says the same thing? Because it's the hive. If you can get a hold of that, you can get rich. Because if you learn that the hive works according to the hive, then you just sit back and watch them, and the stocks are getting ready to go up, and so boom, there you go. It's a sine wave. The stock market's a sine wave. They're going to go down. So when they go down, you buy, and then when they go up, you sell. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Buy 10 to 15 stocks when they go down. Some wide moat stocks, and when they go up, sell them. And then when they go back down, buy 10 or 15. When they go up, sell them. It's a hive. It's the sine wave. S-I-N-E, the sin wave. The sin wave, not only does it work with the stock market, it works inside your body, it works inside Israel, Russia, USA, the news, the dramas, the movies, the music. The sin wave or the sine wave, same thing. It all works the same. The rhythms of your body, everybody says, well, you better go to sleep when it's dark. The Chinese will tell you that. The Chinese will tell you when it gets dark, go to sleep. When it gets light, wake up. Drink more water. What is water down here? The more water in your body, the better you feel. Your digestion is better. Your joints are better. So what do you need to do? Eat food that has a lot of water in it. Watermelon, cantaloupe, Eat food that has water. Drink water. Take a little bit of salt each day, just a tad bit, so that it draws the water. You want more. It'll make you want more water. It's the truth is right in front of you. You're 70% water, and so look, they want to kill you. They want to take you out. They want to destroy you. But it's hard to destroy a water creature. They send all these EMF fields and all these chemtrails, and you're still making it. You're still alive. They send all the stuff at you, and you're still alive. How's that even possible? Because you're a water creature. And what I'm finding out is the more I get my magnesium, my calcium, my basic minerals, the better I feel. The maze is so deep, they're going to tell you whatever they need to tell you to take you down a rabbit hole. A rabbit hole to no return if you stay in it. And most people stay in their rabbit hole because their pride won't let them back up and say, oh, I went down the wrong rabbit hole. I went down the wrong path, so let me back up. Their ego, and they know that. The Gematria people have went down the wrong path. The Essenes went down the wrong path. People go down the wrong path, and they know they're not going to back up. And what they'll do is they'll get you down that path, and then they'll have people around you that support that path to keep you in that. And when you try to leave, something bad gonna happen to you. You better not leave. You join a cult. What's that cult? Scientology. Somebody tries to leave Scientology, they chase them down and stalk them, you know. I don't care what cult it is. I don't care if it's a corporation cult, a church cult, Scientology, cults, isms. You got so many cults and isms. When you try to leave, they want to do everything they can to keep you, because that's what this whole thing is. That's what I'm saying. It's so deep. If I talk for 3 hours, I can't tell you how deep it is. That's why it's hard to even explain it. If I spoke for 5 hours, I still couldn't tell you how deep it was. It's crazy.